All right, so I've got a prototype printed circuit board assembly here for working with STM32 and RTOS. I'm going to take one the way it was delivered and sort of unwrap it here. Open it up, unwrap, 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 unwrap. And here we have the board. And what I'll want to do is I'll want to take two jumpers. And the first jumper I'll place close to the button here and the micro USB. And I'll put that there as close as I can. Now the second one I place a little bit offset from that, closer to the microcontroller chip. So the upper one a little bit further away from the micro USB port, a little bit further away from the reset button, and closer to the microcontroller chip there. You see those two jumpers there. And then what I'll do is I'll connect an ST-Link. And some of these have different pinouts, so you'll have to make sure that the upper one here on this prototype board is the ground, then the clock, then the data, and then the 3.3 volts. So that's now on there. Notice I've taped them together to keep them handy so that I can take them off and put them back on without worrying too much about the direction. I know that color scheme isn't the best, but I know that my ground is at the top there. So now what do? I plug the other end in here. So I've got a USB extension from my computer, so I'm just going to plug that in here. The first thing that pops up here is it asks whether it wants to connect to my virtual machine or to the host. So I do want to connect it to the virtual machine. And so let's focus on that. Connect to the virtual machine. And then I want to type make flash. And I couldn't find any ST-Link devices. So here I've got the device, it's plugged in, and I've got the board and it's plugged in. So I'm going to just try that again. Still can't find it, and then look at that, it did find it after a couple of times. Flash written, jolly good. Sometimes it stops halfway through and you run it again and then it's flash written, verified, jolly good. So that's the steps that we wanted to do there. What we do now is we disconnect the STM32 from the computer. So in my case, from the extension, and then we disconnect it from the board as well. Now the board's on its own. And what I do next is that jumper that we place sort of closer to the microcontroller core, we move that over to the left so that they're both lined up closer to the micro USB port there above the reset button. And what we do now is instead of connecting the ST-Link, we take a micro USB cable, we plug that in, and we plug that into our computer. And there we go. Now it asks whether we want to connect to our virtual machine or the host. We're connecting to the virtual machine. Say OK. And now we type minicom, actually sudo super user do minicom, and we want to be able to change the settings, save anything, sort that out if you like. Here we go down to serial port setup. We hit A. We change it to TTY, capital A, capital C, capital M, 0. Hit enter. Hit E and then hit B to lower the baud rate down to 24, and hit N to change it to odd parity, and then hit enter. Hit F to turn off hardware flow control, hit enter, and then exit. It's kind of funny because exit actually opens this up. And now here we are at the prompt, and we hit enter here. And it says, I don't understand, try help. So we try typing help. And now it says you can do various things. We're going to use the word look. And it says you see a key, and so I can take the key. And then you can go on from here. So I wish you all the best of luck with playing this game. Thank you.